All moments impact a life. Whether it's a hiccup in your day or a catastrophic worldwide impact, it will affect you in one way or another. We analyzed 4 stories of different genres, including Macbeth, 102 Minutes, a short poem, and a look into tragic events of the Florida school shooting.
Throw her nightgown upon her, unlock her closet, take form, fold it, write upon it, and read it afterwards. In Macbeth, there were many life-changing moments, but the biggest event which affected a multitude of people was the killing of King Duncan. The collateral damage impacted his wife, Lady Macbeth. It drove her to become mentally unstable. This quote is an example of one of the ways Lady Macbeth was driven to the point of insanity, because her consciousness was filled with guilt. She would sleepwalk and write the act of killing Duncan and read it and then go back to sleep. She did this repeatedly. She would also perform self-harm. The one moment of convincing her husband to commit an ungodly act, murder, changed her life forever. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell. Act 2, Scene 1, lines 64 through 65. For Macbeth, this is a catastrophic event which will change his life forever. The bell is a sign that the deed is done. Duncan is dead, and he is now king of his people, which will change his life in a positive and negative way. It's positive because he is king and has the benefits of being a king, but negative because of the anguish and loss of loved ones and friends, as well as having guilt consume him.
DeMartini emerged from his office with Nicole. Flames were shooting along one wall. He led the rattled, the shocked, and the frightened toward an office in the southwest corner, the farthest point from impact, though no one realized yet that an airplane had hit the building. Dwyer, page 83. In the book 102 Minutes, many decisions were made in order to save as many people's lives as possible. Depending on what choice you made on whether to stay in the building and help, or to leave as fast as possible affected the rest of your life as well as the life of others. Frank DeMartini was one of the brave men that made the decision to stay in the building as long as possible to try and save as many lives as he could. DeMartini was one of the building planners of the Twin Towers, and just like a captain goes down with his ship, he felt the need to be the last one out of the towers, dead or alive. This impacted the rest of DeMartini's life because this choice that he made ended it. These choices that DeMartini made in the high-pressure situation of the burning towers to stay and help people reveals that he was a selfless, courageous, and brave person who would do anything to save a person's life. DeMartini was issuing a warning. Then he continued what he, Pablo Ortiz, and a few others had been doing for the past half hour, methodically freeing scores of people trapped from the 90th floor down. Dwyer, page 146. DeMartini's single-moment choice helped save dozens of lives in return for his own. The decision that he made to continue going up the stairs and breaking down doors to save trapped people affected not only his life but the lives of the people he saved. DeMartini was a hero which was proven through his actions of risking his own life to save others. Because of his action and his single-moment decision to stay and help people, he affected their lives by giving them a chance to live and affected his own by ending it.
The poem, The Arrow and the Song by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow is about the effects of harsh words and actions compared to those of kindness and joy. The negative connotations are represented by an arrow saying, "Long, long afterward, in an oak I found the arrow, still unbroke." Longfellow, stanza 3, lines 1 and 2. The arrow is said to be infertile, meaning that harsh words will stick with a person, but they will not spark anger inside them. The impact will not grow, and it will soon diminish. The impact of harsh words on a person's life is short-lived. On the other hand, words of happiness are represented by a song. Quote, "In the song, from beginning to end, I found in the heart of a friend." Longfellow, stanza 3, lines 3 and 4. The song is heard, and the recipient consumes the friendly words and takes them to heart. These feelings blossom like a flower and are spread to others around them. The impact of a small compliment can be a joy to a handful of people just by a simple gesture. The author wrote this poem to show how people should be treated, and the impact it will make on their lives, as well as the lives of the people of which the kindness is spread.
February 14, 2018, in Parkland, Florida, at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, there are 17 people dead because a gunman has opened fire as students ran out of the building because the fire alarm was pulled. This single moment has impacted every student, staff, and family member's lives associated with the school. When a person thinks of waking up and heading off to school, they usually think that they are going to a safe and welcoming place. This was true for the students of Douglas High School until one event occurred that shaped their lives forever. When a gunman opened fire on the students and staff at this school, everything changed. Now school was no longer a safe place. Fire alarms were no longer a way to help people escape flames, and relationships between friends and family were altered due to the trauma from the event. This goes to show how one single moment can impact one's life for better or worse.
To a young woman named Samantha Grady. She's a junior at that high school, and Samantha was hiding in a classroom, was actually grazed by bullets during that shooting. Samantha, good morning. It's good to see your face. Thank you for being with us.
Anytime. Thank you for having me.
Samantha, first I want to know how you're feeling. I know you did get some bullet wounds, and I know your best friend was shot right next to you.
Yeah.
Do you know how she's doing?
Yeah.
Have you been able to hear what happened to her?
Yeah, unfortunately, she didn't make it.